Hey guys, Groomer Gal here with my baby girl Daiquiri. She's a year-old rough collie, and we are here today to tell you all about brushing. No better time than the present, I figured, to give you a tutorial on it. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so we got together and here we are to show you everything today. As you can see in front of me, I've listed out quite a few different brushes that I have. This is a brushing spray that works really well, but there's a ton of different ones out there. This is made by Best Shot. It says ultra vitalizing mist. It conditions the coat as you brush, which is really something you want to do for the hair follicle to help seal that back up, because as you're brushing, you're pulling on that hair just like our hair. You know, we get split ends. This helps nourish that hair follicle and bring it all back together. These brushes are all awesome. I displayed quite a variety because it depends on the type of dog that you have as far as what you're going to use. I, as a groomer myself, I own 2 salons, so I have tons of brushes for days. I honestly could use any one of these on the collie. It's no big deal. It just kind of depends on what I'm gonna do. So today, I will probably be using this one because it's nice and small, just to show you guys these target areas that I want to cover. Before I start brushing, I will shake this up. It says shake well. And we're gonna start with the armpit. You spray, pull the coat out of the way so I can see the skin. Just spray a little bit. And then you're going to do what you call line brushing. So you can see the skin, and we're just going to go across in a line. Oh, see, she likes that. You want to hit areas like the armpit, especially because they rub so much. Any type of friction area is what's really going to cause that matting. You can see I'm just working my way up as we go. Once you have gone back through, or gone once, do it again, because you probably missed some. Okay, and then I like to go back through with my comb. I brought 2 different kinds because, again, it depends on the type of coat you have. If you have a dog with finer hair, you're really going to want to make sure you use a fine-tooth comb to go back through those areas. I like to start with a wide comb and just make sure you can get down to the skin. Same kind of concept. Anytime I catch a snag, I pull back up and out. You don't want to rip through, obviously that would hurt, but you want to make sure that you're getting down to the skin so that you don't have any mats. If you're doing it gently, the dogs don't care. They actually really like it. She's only a year old, like I said, and she's got no problems with this. Yeah, you're a good girl. Okay, so that's the armpit. You can even, if you have a dog who's being a pain in the rear, you can take your leg and just put it there. And then you've got the body. Normally they're gonna move their body around here. Take my slipper off. Do that. And then you got the full body. Same thing. If we want to get a little tighter into that armpit, sometimes it can mat up pretty good in there. Shake it, spray it a little, and line brush. You really can't go wrong. You just want to make sure that you're getting down to the skin. Doesn't take a lot of pressure either. I think that's one thing that people don't really understand. If you take this brush and you brush it on your skin and you just keep hitting the same spot, I mean, you're going to hurt yourself after a while. So make sure that you're constantly moving in different areas and that you don't use more pressure than necessary. Your dog shouldn't mind the process as long as they're getting used to it. You do it consistently, all of those things. Anytime you see the hair starting to separate, it's because it hasn't been brushed in a while. See how fluffy this stuff is? It's a good indicator that you've gotten through really well. The hair is still separating somewhere, that's because it's still clumped together at the base. So we want to make sure that we're getting all of that covered. Feathers are very soft hair. You want to make sure that you're getting that, especially because dogs run and the feathers fly as they do that. See how wispy that becomes? Spray it a little bit, work it in there. And we're going to go the other way. These are called slicker brushes. They work wonders on pretty much any coat. I love this one. This one's made by Chris Christensen. So is this one. This is more for your like big, hairy Great Pyrenees, St. Bernards. You really want to grab that coat. This does an awesome job. You wouldn't use it on like a poodle necessarily, or a Lhasa or a Pomeranian. You just don't need something that's quite that aggressive because they don't have that thick of hair. If you are dealing with, like, say, a poodle or a poodle mix, I really like something like this, especially the little ones. These are very gentle on the ends. You can even do a cat slicker brush. You're okay, girl. I have treats for her too, which is always a good idea. Jackie, good girl. I'm not really putting any pressure on her, mind you. I'm just kind of anchoring myself so she knows not to move. But anywho, these are awesome. They're nice and light. They don't have a very rough surface on the ends, so I love to use them on ears especially. Ears are a very delicate, sensitive area. Armpits can be too on some dogs especially. I know she doesn't really have sensitive armpits, but on your little dogs, it's a really good idea to use something that is going to accommodate their special needs, which they have fragile skin. I would say that's a special need. And they're flexible. Kind of cool, right? I found this just at the local pet store. A lot of what I have, like these kind of brushes, you can get on Amazon. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. She is still in season, so she's not quite blowing her coat yet. As you can see, some of it's coming out for sure, but not crazy like it's gonna be in like a month. So we've covered the armpit, feather. Now another good area is behind the ear. I was talking about that earlier. Again, shake it up, cover the eye. Actually, let's use this brush. Like I was saying, it's really good for that sensitive area. And I'm just kind of guiding her head. What I love about my breed is they're not super stubborn. They're pretty passive. Good girl. And you can even let them move. She's not really going to do a whole lot. Like, I've got my leg right here, but the more you restrict dogs, oftentimes, the more they want to fight it. Just like kids, right? You know, who really wants to be controlled 24/7? Nobody. So the more you can work with them, the better. See how I'm making sure that I'm getting all that hair nice and fluffy, no separation of coat. Good girl. And if you do have a mat, she doesn't have any mats, but if I did have a mat, what I would do, okay, sweetie, Jackie, put your head down. Good girl. Put your head down. Come here. You can do it. Come on. Good girl. Is I would take my fingers and hold that, pretend there's a mat right here, and I'd be basically brushing my skin instead of brushing their skin. It's a lot lighter on them, and it's a lot more of a gentle touch. Good girl. The ears especially are a sensitive area for pretty much all dogs. Good girl. But you always want to make sure you go back through with the comb. The comb will find anything. Just like if I was to comb my own hair, I will find all my split ends. I don't have any mats, thankfully, but I could have some split ends. Hey guys, I know I talked about a lot of different things, so I kind of wanted to recap it. Basically, you want to hit behind the ears, armpits, feathers, pants, and tail. Slicker brush, get one. They're amazing. There are all sorts of different types out there, so make sure that you're getting one that pertains to the type of coat that you're going to be brushing. This one has long bristles, my dog has long hair. If your dog has shorter hair, get one with shorter bristles. It just makes sense, right? It will do a good job of getting in there. You always want to make sure that you are using some kind of finishing spray. You're going to notice that there's going to be some dander and stuff like that comes up. This helps nourish that skin and nourish the coat. Lay down. Good girl. And then last but not least, you want to finish with a comb. These are both Greyhound combs. It's an awesome brand. They're going to last like 30 years. I know dog show people that have had them for 30 plus years. I've had these for a long time, and as you can see, they still look just like brand new, and they come in all sorts of cool colors, so why wouldn't you know? And then you can be like, woo! Edward dog hands. My dog's done. So, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, whatever the YouTubers say out there.